गणेशाय नमः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनुभिर्व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
अर्थात, O Lord, may we hear with our ears what is auspicious, may we see with our eyes what is adorable, may we be prayerful with steadiness in our bodies, may we offer our lifespan allotted by Devas, may Indra grant us well-being by bestowing wisdom, may Pusha grant us well-being by nourishing us and granting us knowledge, may Brihaspati give us well-being. Om, peace, peace, peace. Good afternoon, everyone. In my 30 years of life experience, I have learned a manifold. I have learned through my people around. I have learned from my family, my father, my mother, my siblings, my daughter, my husband, my mother-in-law. And these qualities that I have realized over the years through these many people around me, I have realized one thing, that these qualities are nothing but what is required for being a true servant leader. So my topic here today would be how to realize these qualities and manifest them into actions such that we truly become servant leaders, just not as an individual but as an organization as a whole. Allow me to remember my past, where my dad owned a construction firm. He had hundreds of people working under his firm. There were laborers, there were staff members, there was accountant, there were many people working for him. But the quality that I witnessed in him over these years was that he would always worry for them. He would always be concerned about them. He would always give them preference. Whenever the payments from the PWD were released, the first thing that he had in mind was, let me pay all the laborers in time and all the staff members in time. For if I keep them happy, it is going to ensure, they are going to ensure that the organization runs smoothly and happily. So yes, I learned empathy and foresight from my dad. Another thing that I learned over these years is quality of listening and being a healer, and that is the quality that I learned from my mother. Being a part of a big fat Brahmin family, so my Dada Dadi and their 11 children, imagine. So I had 6 bhuas, 5 taujis and chachas, and of course their families and children. So yes, it was a big family, and my mother always ensured that this big fat Brahmin family came first, even first than what their children required. First, because she always believed in one thing: service is above all. After so many years of my parents' marriage, I always wondered, there's such different people, they're so different, so apart from each other, poles apart as persons. How in the world are they staying together? And then there was this one thing that I realized again very recently in my life. There's one connecting point which connects them for life, and that is they both believe in service is above all. Now, let me take another example of my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law believes in this philosophy that, you keep the people happy, those who are working for you, and rest will be taken care of. And this is what I have seen in her day-to-day lifestyle. So the first thing she does is always serve the maid that comes to clean her house, serve her with a hot cup of tea. And you know what? The result of that practice is that the maid is always in time. So yes, I have realized that these qualities of taking care of others, valuing others, those who work for you, is very, very important in life. Similarly, I learned the quality of persuasion, hard work from my siblings. And from my daughter, I have learned to be patient and creative, to be tolerant. From my husband, I have learned how to be a steward, how to take everyone together and have that trust in your employees such that you give them a free hand and they take the right decisions. I have learned a lot. But this question which boggles me today is that, all right, we have all these qualities in us, we have realized them, we see them, people have been talking about it, but how do you manifest it? How do you bring it in your lives? How do you become a servant leader? And this is what I want to talk to you about today. You become a servant leader when you break this big illusion of imagined reality. The imagined reality that most of us, majority of us, live in. What is this imagined reality? We as humans have this constant fear of invalidation. We believe that people should know us, understand us, and recognize us the way we see us. But we forget that we have to open up our true self and realize that it is not the image that we create for us, the true image, but what we actually are. So this is the imagined reality that maximum of us live in. And let me cite an example from Indian mythology to set it better, to make you understand this concept better. While Ram and Lakshman were looking for Sita, who was abducted by Ravan, in the jungle, they met Shabri. Very, very simple example, very well known to most of us. So Shabri, she invited them over for dinner, and what she offered for dinner was the berries, which she had freshly plucked from the jungle. So what she was doing was, she was tasting every berry and offering it to Ram. Lakshman was offended. Indeed he was. And he thundered and said, Shabri, do you know what you're doing? Do you realize who Ram is? He is the king of Ayodhya. Now whatever Lakshman said to Shabri did not reveal anything about Shabri. But what it indeed revealed was what he thought was he or his brother. That means they were living in an imagined reality and they were thinking that they ought to be treated in a particular fashion. This is what the illusion that we all, majority of us, live in. And this is what needed to be broken. And we can only do it when we realize it, when we have self-realization, when our thought pattern changes, because growth indeed is in self-realization. Growth indeed is in thought and not in what you have. Growth indeed is in actions and not in imagined reality. Growth indeed is when we truly open up to others and help them and value them. Growth indeed is then. So therefore, I must tell you one thing, that whenever we want to imbibe certain ideas into ourselves, to bring it into our lives, actions, and make it real, we need to have this mirror or illusion of imagined realities that we create around ourselves broken down. And we can only do it when we look within. for the solutions to our problems are always inside us. We are the source of problems and we are the source to their solutions. Hence, I would love to end it with a small Vedic prayer which I would love the audience to hear.
Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya, Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya, Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
O Lord, keep me not in unreality, but make me go towards the reality. Keep me not in darkness, but make me go towards the light. Keep me not in mortality, but make me go towards the world of immortality. And that, for us, my dear friends, is self-realization. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. Have a good day.